So yesterday you learned about simplifying expressions whenever both terms have the same variable. So for example, we talked about 3x plus 2x. You're allowed to combine these x's. 3x plus 2x is 5x. So that's what we talked about yesterday, and you completed some practice problems with those. So today we're going to talk about simplifying expressions that contain more than two terms, and not all terms that are alike. So this says algebraic expressions may contain more than two terms. Not all the terms may be like terms. To simplify such expressions, first identify the like terms, then add or subtract the like terms. So in this problem, it says 0.2x plus 0.5x plus 2. So there are three terms in this problem. 0.2x is one term. Whoa. Let's make that a pencil. 0.2x is one term, 0.5x is one term, and then the 2 is one term. So think about which of those are like terms. Which of them have either the same variable or no variables at all. This and this are both like terms. So I am allowed to combine those. The plus 2 is a constant, it is an unlike term, so I'm not allowed to combine that. So if I add together 0.2 and 0.5, I get 0.7x plus 2. And that is as simplified as that one can get. So you cannot add those together because they are unlike terms. Okay, so let's try it again. We have 1.2p plus 0.1p plus 4. So what I'm going to do is figure out which ones are like, which ones are unlike terms. So 1.2p and 0.1p are like terms, and then the 4 is an unlike term. So I am going to add 1.2 and 0.1, and I get 1.3p plus 4. And that is as simplified as it can get. You are not allowed to combine this term and this term because they are unlike terms. All right, so this one has a couple more parts, and we have a minus sign. We need to be careful and think about our integer rules. Just like we did before, minus signs are going to be considered negative numbers, okay? So if I look at this problem, if I'm trying to find like terms, the 1.1/2x and the negative 1/4 x are like terms. The 5 and the 2 are like terms. I can only combine the things that are alike. So if I have fractions I need to combine, you have to find a common denominator. You use common denominators when you're adding and subtracting fractions. So common denominator would be 4. So I have 2/4 x minus 1/4 x. 2/4 minus 1/4 is 1/4 x. Now if I do my 5 plus 2, that's going to equal 7. So my final answer is 1/4 x plus 7. All right, so let's simplify this expression. I want to figure out what are my like terms and then combine them. So 0.8x is like with 0.4x, which is like with 0.1x. I'm allowed to combine all of these together because they all have an x. So I have 0.8, 0.4, and 0.1. Okay, so 8 and 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So my final answer is 1.3x. Okay, next problem. You have to watch the minus signs. That is the biggest area that people mix up, okay? I'm going to identify the like terms. 2x is alike with the 12x, but if you look in front of it, this is a negative 12x. A positive 2 and a negative 12. So if I'm solving this problem, this is 2t minus 12t. Positive, negative. If they have different signs, you subtract them. 12 minus 2 is 10. And you take the sign of the one that has a larger absolute value. Negative 12 has a larger absolute value. It is negative, so this is negative 10t. Plus 4. 4 has nothing to combine with, so the 4 just stays. So this is negative 10t plus 4. Okay, so let's combine again. Like terms, 5m, 3m. We have all plus signs, so I don't have to worry about any negatives, 7 and 2. So 5m plus 3m is 8m, 7 and 2 is 9, 8m plus 9. 2 more to go. So minus signs, be careful. 6c minus c. And then we have a 5d and a minus 8d. So I'm going to rewrite these. I'm going to group the like terms. 6c minus c. And then over here I have 5d minus 8d. 6c minus a c is a 5c. 5d minus 8d. These have different signs. I'm going to subtract them. 8 minus 5 is 3. 8 has a bigger absolute value, so it is a negative 3d. So this would be my final answer, 5c minus 3d. If you had 5c plus negative 3d, that's the same thing, and that is also correct. Okay, last problem. Watch the signs. 3x, oops, I should combine like terms. 3x and a negative 2x. Then I have a 2y and a negative 3y. So 3x minus 2x combines just to be an x. 2y minus 3y, okay, it's a subtraction because they're different signs, and I'm going to get a 1y. However, the 3 has a bigger absolute value and it is negative, so it is a negative 1y. So this answer is, change colors, x minus y. Or if you have 1x minus 1y, that's the same thing. 1 times a number is always itself. So this is the best answer because there's just a 1x and a negative 1y. So that's just x minus y. Now try some on your own.